my dream did started to show up, and it scared the crap out of me. So this video is going to be about you guys witnessing me, how to change my identity, how to get triggered the hell out of that moment, how to hold myself in that moment, to be able to anchor my new identity for good and not to fall back anymore. So this is scary, to meet yourself in your the most powerful phase, but you can get there, and it is easier than you think. So usually I record one video at one sitting, but this time what happened, actually this is a perfect example, and I'm not going to cut a lot of areas what I would usually cut. In the meantime, I got triggered, but insanely triggered. Like, I thought I worked through all my triggers in the past few months since I doing shadow work, since I'm doing my inner work. And yes, actually partially I did work through that trigger once or twice maybe, but when you got triggered in real life, in this real time, what happens is just, the spiral, which is not a loop. You're at this point, I'm not looping, I'm spiraling. So that dip, that trigger, when I had to fall back, it was part of the journey. It was literally revisiting the same wound from the higher perspective, because I was present with this wound for the whole time. So I was able to see it very clearly. I was able to be there for myself, picked up all my parts, integrated all my wounded parts for good. So, what mistake I made in my triggered state, it was I didn't finish any of my stories, but those were good stories, those were useful stories, so I figured I'm going to add this recording to those stories to make sense, because you guys going to understand, and you can watch me in real time. How am I when my new identity is right here? I'm living it, I am her, but my old identity has this little pulling back. So there was some more part of me, what I needed, integration, needed love, needed to be witnessed for me in order to me to be whole. So that's what happened, and that's why I'm not going to delete a lot of part of it, because it's gonna help you guys. It is going to show you you're not alone, how you do this, and you can do this. Everybody is talking about manifestation secrets, affirmation, techniques, how you do it, how you not do it, how many times a day you should affirm, how many times you meditate, all kinds of stuff. But the most important thing is who you are. Yes, I already talked about it, but I don't think anything else matters. So even if you don't ever affirm, if you even never ever meditate or do a visualization technique, doesn't matter. So even if you don't do anything of this, but you believe you are worthy, you are the chosen one, you are the healer, the YouTube star, the real star, the famous artist, the famous YouTuber, doesn't matter how many times you affirm, if you have or not, if you have this belief. And the same all the way back, if you don't have this belief about yourself, you can affirm all the way. You can do whatever imagery, visualization, even though if you had this awesome talent to visualize anything, but if you don't have the self-concept, who you really are, you are screwed. So welcome back to my channel. I'm glad to see you guys joining and this YouTube channel, this little community, or keep growing. And I'm so thankful for you. And yeah, so let's just spend a little time here, because as I doing this whole thing on my own also, and the manifestation is getting easier and easier, or closer even, but I see very clearly what what things did I do in the past when I let the same thing as I try to manifest right now slip away in the past. So it's not like those opportunities, those doors, even bigger doors than right now are opening up, were there. They were always there. Did you see them? Do you see them right now? Do you see the spark? Because those are not bonfires for sure. Those are sparks. I give you a concrete example. Should we do an SP example? Okay, let's do an SP example. So, because we all know they are just mirroring you, right? So let's say you see something on their social media what is mirroring you, for example, like this minor little thing, and that is your choices. There are the two choices. So this minor thing, what do you believe about those minor things? Do you believe this is just a coincidence, and whatever the universe, however it's working out, it's there, and you don't really give any meaning because you are afraid to believe that maybe is your sign? But the other side, the other option you got, it's like, wow, they just freaking mirrored me and kind of answered or reacted to my story, what I just put out, and this is it. So I decided this is it. This is the moment when I let the floodgate open. I don't know, I don't think it's a clear example. Or, so do you see how really didn't, so do you see nothing really happened in the 3D, or maybe the same situation happened 10 times or 20 times in your life, but what was different this time is your reaction. You were different this time because you didn't say it's like, oh, whatever, this was just you just brush it off. You didn't just brush it off, even though your fear was trying to pull back and keep repeating the same, shrink yourself, shrink your dream back. You didn't do that. You said it's like, you know what, this is my freaking sign, and I decided this is my dream. This is my dream, so I can direct the screen, I can direct the script. This video is just not working right now. I like to talk in my car alone. Because what I didn't add any of the stories. So one story was an SP story. Doesn't matter which one we are talking about because the main goal is the same. So you do the same thing in both of the situation and the SP story. So as you know, so the main point is that story is, as you know, the 3D is neutral. There is no meaning. Only you are the one who assigns meaning. So if your SP ghosts you, or if your SP started to move closer to you, but suddenly there is only quiet, it's on you what meaning you give to that freaking quiet. What do? You keep going back and repeating the same story. Oh, they don't want you. Oh, they don't want me. Oh, they just whatever, got bored and just check on me, or this was a routine, or blah, blah, blah. Or you said, this is my moment. This is my moment, and I am deciding what does it mean. So I decide, oh my God, they are quiet because they noticing how different I am. They are quiet because they know how important is their next move, because you are not chasing anymore. You are the projector. You are the projector. You decided, you are chosen. You are their girlfriend, you are their boyfriend, you are the wife, you are the person who they fall in love with, you are the person who they are chase. Because who you are a freaking queen, a king. And that's what your decision about you. And guess what? That's what the 3D is going to reflect back to you. As in the traffic, you're in the fastest lane. Okay, baby, you call the shots. You are the queen who they are falling in love with. You call the shots, baby. Always you call the shots. So any given freaking 3D moment, you decide who are you. I think it's so clear. Yes, will you get triggered? Of course you will get triggered. Will you fall back? Maybe, but you are not falling back because you are behind. You are falling back to collect, pick up your old version and love the crap out of them. So this doesn't mean your manifestation is not working. Actually, it means you are freaking ready to meet yourself from the higher perspective, from this huge love what you developed in this journey. So now you are ready to meet the deepest fear. Now you are ready to be the one who you were waiting for this whole time. So triggers, perfect, because it means you were never been as close as to your dream as you ever before, because now the universe and whatever your higher self knows you are reacting differently, because all this time the 3D was neutral. I hate this word, neutral. You gave the meaning. So in the past, you gave the wrong meaning because you wasn't aware your power. You wasn't aware of your power. So the minute you decide about yourself, there is nothing to do with them, because who they are, mirror, feedback. They are going to give you feedback. Who are you at this very given moment? That's what they are doing. They don't have free will. They're not walking around and deciding about you, ooh, that's a cool girl, or no, that's a cool man, I want it or I don't want it. No, you decide. You decide who the hell you are. So, any given situation, you give the meaning what you wanna see out there. But you don't give the meaning about the situation. You give the meaning about you, who you are in this moment. That's the meaning. That's what the 3D is reflecting back to you. Even if you're crying, even if you are sad, even if you are triggered, doesn't matter, because inside your trigger, you are still the girlfriend, or you're still the love of their lives, right? It doesn't matter if you're crying on the floor. That's fine. You're just working with yourself, lovingly hugging yourself and moving through your spiral staircase, moving up and up and up and up until you don't have to fall back anymore because you arrived. So, actually, heads up, the minute I decided about myself, the 3D did reflected back to me what I wanted, and that's kind of surprised me. Not in a way that I didn't know it's gonna happen, but it's still, when you really want something for a long time and finally it got reflected back to you, it's kind of an awesome, awful, scary and cool moment. So buckle up, guys, because things are coming. Your dreams are coming, because now you're doing it right. I love you guys, and I see you guys next time.